SDG 11 Sustainable Cities and Communities is to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. It involves several aspects that cater to the needs of its residents, businesses, and environment. But what is a sustainable city? It actively tackles challenges in economic growth, social well-being, and environmental conservation as its population and infrastructure grow. It adopts a comprehensive, long-term, and collaborative approach to manage the increasing demands on limited resources, which have an impact on a number of other sustainable development goals, including SDG 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, and 17, among others.
Earth's population reached 8 billion in November 2022, with over 55% living in urban areas, a figure projected to rise to 70% by 2050. Most of the urban growth is taking place in small cities and intermediate towns, exacerbating inequalities and urban poverty. While the proportion of urban population living in slums declined slightly from 25.4 to 24.2% between 2014 and 2020. The total number of slum dwellers continues to rise, with increase in urbanization in 2020. An estimated 1.1 billion urban residents live in slums or slum-like conditions. Over the next 30 years, an additional 2 billion people are expected to live in such settlements, some 180,000 people daily, mostly in developing countries. Today, 85% of slum dwellers are concentrated in three regions: Central and Southern Asia, 359 million Eastern and Southern Asia, 306 million and Sub-Saharan Africa, 230 million. The escalating slum population is a manifestation of the housing crisis, highlighting the need for diverse housing options, equitable public transportation, and basic services to meet the varied needs of urban residents. The four challenges of SDG 11. First, convenient to public transportation aligns with the Sustainable Development Goal 11, which focuses on making cities human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Specifically, it contributes to Target 11.2, which aims to provide access to safe, affordable, accessible, and sustainable transport systems for all, with special attention to the needs of those vulnerable situations by 2030. By enhancing the convenience and accessibility of public transportation, this initiative promotes sustainable urban development, reduce traffic congestion, lower carbon emission, and improves air quality of all, which are essential to components of SDG 11's vision for sustainable cities and communities. The next urban sprawl challenge is to manage land use effectively to prevent further expansions of cities into surrounding rural areas. This involves implementing smart growth policies such as zoning, regulations, mixed-use development, and green space preservation to promote compact, sustainable urban development. Additionally, investing in public transportation infrastructure and promoting infill development can help reduce the dependence of automobiles and minimize the environmental impact of urban expansion. Collaboration between government agencies, urban planners, developers, and communities is essential to address this challenge and create more livable, resilient cities for the future. Third, the next challenge related to air pollution under Sustainable Development Goal 11 involves implementing measures to reduce air pollution levels in urban areas and improve air quality for residents. This aligns with Target 11.6, which aims to reduce the adverse per capita environmental impact of cities, including air quality by 2030. To address this challenge, cities need to adopt policies and initiatives that promote cleaner transportation options, such as inventing in public transportation, promoting the use of electric vehicles, implementing vehicle emission standards, and creating pedestrian-friendly and bike-friendly infrastructure. And the fourth, limited access to open public spaces is a significantly challenge in urban areas characterized by inadequate availability or poor quality of parks, plazas, and recreational areas. These issues harmful to urban livability and hinders the achievement of Sustainable Development Goal 11, which aims to make cities inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. To address this challenge, cities need to prioritize the development and enhance of public spaces through comprehensive urban planning and design strategies. These include creating new parks and green areas, revitalizing existing public spaces, ensuring accessibility for all individuals, and promoting community engagement in the planning process.
How to achieve this goal and overcome the challenges? Reducing disaster risk. So, reducing disaster risk is to create sustainable cities and communities. A multifaceted approach is needed to reduce disaster risk. This includes risk assessment, urban planning, strengthening community resilience, early warning system, green infrastructure, stakeholder collaboration, and monitoring progress. This comprehensive approach helps cities better face challenges from natural hazards and climate change. How to achieve this goal and overcome the challenges? Sustainable transportation. So, to achieve sustainable cities and communities through sustainable transportation, strategies include promoting public transport, encouraging active transportation, implementing carpooling and ride-sharing, transitioning to low-emission vehicles, optimizing urban planning, utilizing intelligent transportation system, fostering sustainable mobility practices, and collaborating with stakeholders. These efforts reduce environmental impacts and enhance the quality of life for residents. Overcome the challenges. Sustainable human settlements. So, human settlements, cities are hubs for ideas, commerce, culture, science, productivity, social, human and economic development, urban planning, transport system, water, sanitation, waste management, disaster risk reduction, access to information, education and capacity building are all relevant issues to sustainable urban development.